Amen. Welcome to the Revolting Man channel. I'm Zach. So, feminism. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Feminism has a bunch of lies, so many lies, but three really big, great lies, and two kind of half-truths. We're going to go through the lies first. Okay, lie number one. Feminism's big lie is that it loves women. Feminism hates women. And the way we can tell feminism hates women is that it wants them all to be men. I was listening to a video yesterday, and it was a kind of a silly video, but it was this woman bitching about how she can't find a boyfriend, and all of the things she listed. She talked about how much she brought to the table, what a good catch she was, and all the things that she brought to the table that she thought made her an attractive woman were all things that she wanted in a man. She had turned herself into the man she wanted to date. And she talked about her career and all this, her moral, all this stuff. And as I was listening, I said, well, this woman would be a great man. This is who she wants to date. And this is what feminism does. It wants to turn women into men. So it doesn't like women, it likes men. Feminism is all about men, and feminism is for men. Feminism liberates men. And so feminism doesn't like women at all. It hates women, and the serpent hates the woman, and we'll go into that later, different video. So that's feminism's first great lie. Feminism isn't like women, it likes men, and it wants women to be men. It wants them to be athletic, it wants them to be career focused, it wants them to be whatever weird, screwed up version of strong, definition of strong they come up with, all this stuff. Feminism hates women. Feminism wants to do away with women. That's why they can't even define the damn word. All right, feminism's next big lie. That feminism claims that it protects children. This is the biggest lie there is. Since the advent of feminism, all we've seen is children become less safe. All the pedophilia stuff we hear about these days, all the crazy peanut allergies and autism and all the weird health problems, all this horrific medical problems that are going on with kids, the behavioral problems. They're all crazy, they're all fat, they're all unhappy, the drug abuse is everything about children is getting progressively worse since feminism took over. Feminism does not protect children, and you have to look at two different things. First off, child abuse. Something like 80% of proven cases of child abuse happen in the home of a single mother at the hands of her subsequent partner, her new romantic partner. And that is a direct result of feminism. And then abortion. Abortion is the holy grail of feminism, and it kills millions of children a year, just in this country. Was it 600,000? I can't remember. It's killed tens of millions of children over the course of its legality in this nation. Feminism doesn't protect children. Feminism destroys children. The third great lie that feminism told, and this might be the biggest of the three, is that it's going to make governance better. The suffragettes, when they were making their push to get the vote for votes for women, it was that the whole world would change. We would enter into a new golden age because women, the assumption was that women were more moral and more selfless than men, and not driven by the passions that men are. And so there would be no war, there would be no corruption. All issues would be kitchen table issues. That was one of their slogans. That the whole government would be, women would refocus the government on making things better for the family, because they assume that the family is what women care about. Naturally, that women have a natural inclination towards these things. And of course, what we've found out since then, women got the vote in this country in 1919. I think they got it in most of Europe right about the beginning of World War I, which should tell you everything you need to know. It's been the bloodiest period in the history of the world. Nothing but war, nothing but bloodshed, nothing but... Sorry, we had an Amber Alert, another woman protecting another child. But yeah, since women got the vote and took over, communism happened. Both the Russian Revolution and the French Revolution were precipitated by women. women's marches particularly. That also should tell you everything you need to know. We've had all the world wars, the Cold War, the nuclear bomb. It has been the most bloody, vicious, petty, deadly century plus, well, a little over a century in the history of the planet. It has been the worst run period ever. Things have never been worse than they have been since women got the vote. The lie that women were going to fix our political structures and lead us into a new golden age of good governance has simply just been, look, if we were evaluating this thing based off of their results, we would repeal the 19th Amendment tomorrow. It has been an utter failure of an experiment. That was their biggest lie. Interestingly enough, ever since women got the vote, we've never had a president with facial hair. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Okay, now here's the two sort of truths women have told, or feminism tells. Now, feminism is not women, women are not feminism. The two truths that feminism tells us, first off, that they are oppressed by a patriarchy. That part's true. The problem is that no matter what, they will be oppressed by a patriarchy. The only question is, which patriarchy will it be? There is no freedom from men in this world for women. And you can just look at the results of feminism. The only people who have been liberated are men. Men get to have more sex with more women with fewer consequences. We see all this transgendered horse shit with men inserting themselves into women's spaces and even taking over women's sports and taking over women's roles in government and women-only spaces and women, men are taking over all this stuff. Women were sent out into the workplace, but they weren't freed from domestic chores. All that's happened with feminism is a new patriarchy has been substituted for the old patriarchy. In the old patriarchy, women had direct access and direct influence over their patriarchal oppressors, their fathers and husbands. In the new patriarchy, women can't even identify who their patriarchal oppressors are anymore, and they have no influence over them. So that's a truth women tell. There is a patriarchy, and it does oppress women. Even the good patriarchy oppresses the women underneath it. It has to. That's the nature of dominion. It does oppress. The question becomes who, to what end, and what motivation and what influence do you have over it? And of course, I would assert that the old patriarchy was better than the new patriarchy. There's still a patriarchy either way. And then the second great truth they tell is that men, we could be better. Now, I'm always going to side with the man. Always going to side with the man. But one of Christianity's great, my poor wife has to hear all this stuff while I talk through it out loud, and now she's got to hear it again. One of Christianity's great advantages is that it pushes us to do better while forgiving us for failing. And as men, we got to be hard on ourselves. We could be better men. We could be better leaders. We could oppress the women underneath us in more focused and more deliberate ways, so that oppression leads to end results. We could cast a vision for that oppression better, so that our women see the point of it and are willing to sacrifice for it. And willing to work towards it. So yes, the feminists are right in that we could be better men. We could always be better men. And we should be striving to be better men. We just shouldn't be swallowing the lies of feminism. Men, we appreciate you. Thank you.